think that's about the biggest win we get right there today. I still ain't did what I need to do, y'all. Y'all see why I have not been motivated. All other crap going on, but definitely not motivated. Like I told, this thing bigger than football. I got a lot of stuff to get done. I still ain't, got my little system, little free subsidy, still jump around this little logo at the top. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Well, it's just I don't know. Uh, upgrade or whatever I need to do to get there. I'm not feeling that motivated, y'all. We ain't woo woo woo, no bowl game, no this. And say I missed the game, but I know you got okay. Y'all want a non-biased take A1. Here we go. So we got bittersweet. You know, today we're celebrating Shedeur's first game within the Nets. Not even 2 hours. His first start. Hopefully it's on y'all national TV. Hopefully. If not, you're gonna need a box or an app or something to get Shedeur first start. Then we have the debauchery. We have what? Let's just start where we gotta start at. Colorado played last night and started off as a good little game, really. I mean, Colorado was the defense was tackling, it was weird. And I don't know if y'all know, we got a little text group now. B Watch his stuff didn't show up. I'm calling them out. NJR, they just been Colorado. I ain't hear from. I saw Uncle Steve was in there. And we just throughout the game, because I can't really watch the game with nobody. I would love to watch the game with people, but when you watching it on the box, I'd be a good play or two behind the streaming for whatever reason, versus watching it on the regular situation. So um, I would love to watch like live shows with people, but it'd just be like watching a sport movie. Who wants to watch that? Know what happened before you get to see it throughout the whole game. That's just not fun. So, even when I get texts, I don't even want to look at it because I know they about to say something happened, good or bad. And I say, oh, something about to happen because I get So, the joke was, yeah, they playing good till the sleepy buffs kick in. And I tried to be positive because Cole Prime don't spoken as this, so he don't came in agreement with it one way or another. I came up with the nighttime buff theory. He said, oh, the other team playing. Okay, well, you see. They played good till like the freaks come out at night, and as like pure, they were going strong. First, I don't know, that first quarter they played like they actually had some sense, and then they turned right back into not tackling and just weird. I don't know, man. Why you ask that? Because they didn't play. Jordan, it's like it's weird when people don't be trying to come back and they be hurt. They be on the way out the door. I wouldn't blame. I wouldn't blame them, man. I mean, I don't know. It's really about time to start looking at their recruiting staff, man. I know one of these stronger recruiting units came out of old boy that came from FAMU. He went back to FIU. FIU just beat Jacksonville State yesterday. They going to their first bowl game in a while, so I guess they having a decent season. It's not like a juggernaut season, but you know, they got dog, and it's like, boy, the doggone werewolves came out. It's like the freaks come out at night, dum, 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 dum. They twirl them shirts, and they just got stank up the field. I mean, it just stank up the field. I mean, on both sides of the ball. It's like they look like a regular football team. I was like, they looking different with the backups in and all. And then, oh, he went to FSU. I thought he went on down there to FIU down there with old boy. I thought he went back down there with them. But yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, if you know ball, I'm gonna be real. I'm telling you, it's a fantasy to think it's that easy to go from the bottom to the top without some drastic stuff going on. Now you say, okay, if you're new taking over the program, you can say, hey, that was their program, but when it's yours, how do you change something that you've been doing, what you put together? How do you say that? How do you say we're gonna be different when you're the same coaching staff? You're not gonna be different. Now, if you're taking over somebody else, like Coach Prime did the first year, say that was their team. Now we knew. Then you got a chance to say, okay, something gonna be done different. But it's got to be some better recruiting because you can't keep saying we miss, and ain't nothing in the portal. Cause I mean that boy, Buff and Prime, TK, he don't been calling folks out about boys they could have got. And he don't did it like 2 years in a row. And I don't know. I ain't, I'm warning you, I haven't watched anything. I thought I was. I've been distracted with this him that time just don't flew by. I haven't watched even the press conference. Usually I be on seeing the press conference. I've been up. I don't know where the time went. I ain't watched nobody else stuff. So this is really, really a raw take. It's no infiltration in my thoughts at all. It's like, I I get less and less interested in hearing about stuff. When they play so sorry, like what do I even care about listening to anything? What can you say but the same stuff? I get less and less interested in watching other teams they play. Like, what does it matter? Like, I see Kansas State went out there yesterday and ran them up with Utah. I mean, both of them scored almost 50 points. And they say Kansas State was running all over them. They gave up the game, but they scored 47 points. See, you ain't scored no 47 points, nothing close to it all year. That's why I told them about the last game when I talked about West Virginia. I said, man, they just scored all them points. That means they can score. See, it's the difference between the team who can't score and the people can. You can dismiss it all you want. Somebody show they can score like that, and you showed you can't. That's scary. Because you ain't finna shut them down because you don't have the defense. So if they show they can score 40 points, that's scary. Kansas State is the last game. Lost to Kansas State last year. Kansas State has a running quarterback, and they look like they have a running game. They score a lot of points, and they didn't go get blew out by Utah, and they went into Utah, and they battled. That's not a good sign for Colorado at all. Especially Colorado got to go up there and play. They ain't got nothing to play for. Kansas State, other than ego, Kansas State either. Poor coaching can be summed up with 4-1. 107-pound. And like you seen, when they put that quarterback in there against Shedeur them last week, and they put that tight end, he spent down, scored a touchdown. I used to say that last year when tush push. You had them big old quarterbacks, Taylor, and you even had Wade. I'm like, why are you only using your resources? Remember I used to say that? Like, why you ain't doing a tush push with one of them big old 6'7" quarterbacks who can lay down? They should better lay down and get, they bigger, they more usable. I mean, you didn't worry about them getting hurt, and you give them something to do on the team. Put a package together, put one of them 6'7" quarterbacks in and let them run the ball. Give them something to do. Like, why well, Shedeur running that? And that's how I see with Lil Juju. He's doing this. I'm like, oh Lord, y'all ain't did this all year. Y'all ain't got a 4-1 all year. I think Salterman got one. He spent away. They get stood up at the line every single time. It don't matter who they play on these short distances. They get stood straight up on the line. And it's like, I knew it was a problem because it don't matter who it is. It's like the line don't get no push. So I knew that was a problem. And he stopped them in his track. Boom. I don't know what kind of sways and rate room they been in. But they weak as water, man. We talk, oh, they strong. They was doing some good calisthenics and stretching and stuff, but boy, they is not strong. I don't care what you say. Bodies may be trimmed and slim and looking good. So he look good for a photo shoot. But y'all is not strong. I don't know what that was. They line is weak. As big as they are, they don't move people. 4 or 5 times, but yeah, see, the defense gave you a good run for the first half before they became who they are. And they went doing that dumb stuff and got Hughes in there running the wrong hole like he's Stevie Wonder. It's like on 21. See, you hate to say it, but say K-State gone 21 CU. It's 21. Goodness. Yeah, I mean, why not? Everybody else doing it. Because I'm saying you going toe to toe with this team. They ain't doing that. You just lay down and just let them run all over you. Like, there's no pride. There's no nothing. Because you were stopping them. So how do you turn around and lay down like that? How do you turn around and just let them just gush you? You know you can stop them. You just gave up. You just didn't care. Got that word sharing bounce. It's gonna be a mass exodus. It's gonna mess around and look like the first year of Coach Prime. Because with that many seniors leaving, and it's gonna be some other people leaving, some freshmen that's gonna leave, and it's gonna be some surprises. Because the people gonna start looking out for self. So you say, well, McKinney leave. If he come back for another year, he should come back for another year. Should he do like a Hill Green and go somewhere else? I don't know. Because I saw some weird stuff going on yesterday. Yeah, that was ridiculous. And they stopped him until they didn't stop him, right? And all of a sudden he run all over the place. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they made adjustments or see you just he's jumping around. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, like what are you doing all the dramatics like you proving something? Like you don't even supposed to be showing all that. What's all that jumping around doing? You ain't even making no plays, bringing attention to yourself like that. And you pointed the backfield and the man run right behind you. What you point to the backfield for? That dude, that ain't did that. Oh yeah, he looked the part. That was my recruiting. Looked the part. He ain't hit nobody hard all year. We thought he gonna hit somebody in the mouth. Like at least Bentley hit somebody every now and then. I mean, he gonna hit you. He man that cover, we gonna hit you. 4 quarter was crazy. Yeah, they ain't even try to stop him, man. They just lay it down. They just lay it down. I don't care what you say. They lay it down. Time possession was crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking like this. Like Breed Love. We used to call him barbecue. Then they used to call him barbecue. Breed Love. Every time he got in there, he looked just like the garbage cornerback Colorado and then he go out there and slamming people where we. How does these people go to these other schools? What the hoodoo voodoo going on? How do these how does these people go to other schools and become these animals? The running backs go and rush 1,000 yards. The linemen all of a sudden know how to block again. The DBs know how to cover. Even Kamani don't make plays. Like, what in the world is going on? What kind of food sprinkles is they put in the doggone chef food or the water they drinking? What is going on? Somebody help me out. I just that's weird. It's like, what kind of hoodoo is going on? The witches stuff, the witches is working or something. Like, should let people play who want to leave this week. Portal game. It's already a portal game. In the red zone, boy, Hayden Welch in the red zone. Who fumbles? He's not a receiver. Actually, they have him running the ball in all them little well off videos. And nobody touched him. And he just, tripped over himself and threw the ball up. They actually have him as a running back in all them well off games. And them they try to be cute and let him get some shine, man. And look what he did. And Marsh Fault didn't even want to look at him. Marsh Fault, this crap. We got this Rudy crap going on. Marsh Fault didn't even look at him. He knew he was done. He knew it. You wait all this time to get in the game, and as soon as you get in there, you do that. That's lets you know some hoodoo voodoo going on. Like who does that? Man, yeah. Juju definitely looked like a boy. He was all boy. He was hearing footsteps. Boy, it was like Thriller back there. It was like woo, woo. Juju, he looked like I don't know, man. He did not look like himself at all. That's how you know the juju got to the juju. He never looked like that a day in his life. And all of a sudden, he looked like holding all these other players playing. He didn't look like a 5-star yesterday. He didn't look like a 4. He like a 3-star. How that happen? All these other freshmen all over the country playing, they ain't looking like that. Juju looked like I don't know. To me, Juju wasn't even getting no dropping. All his drops was 3-yard drops, like he was throwing slants. You can't sit in the pocket that shallow, man, because you ain't got nothing to climb into. He dropped back 3 yards. He's standing, man. That lineman get pushed back a little bit, which will start to happen. They start knocking the ball down. He's not that tall. He need to do like all the other little quarterbacks, like Fajita, and I mean, you look at Drew Brees, all them. They get back 5. They get back 10 yards. Get your butt back. I don't know who teaching Juju that. Get back. Your line is not finna stalemate these people at the line. You're not at Carrollton when you got the dominant line. You got to get your butt back at least 7 yards so you can see and give you some time. And then you can climb back into the pocket if you need time. He dropped back and the pocket just smothers him, man. I'm like, where's the adjustment? I'm sitting here watching that. I ain't even the quarterback coach. And I'm saying, like, why are they not telling him to get his better, deeper drops than that? And then he had time, but he felt like he didn't have time because the pocket was already tight. Because on the snap, you 1, 2, 3, you standing in the pocket, and they coming back on you like they should, but you too close to the line. Man, please. I ain't never heard him say that, but that would make no sense. That they got rid of that. Like, make up my mind. I don't know what did he go for the NIL? or did he get pushed out? Now I wouldn't be surprised he got pushed out because I know Coach Prime never really said nothing good about him. Be real with you, he didn't have a lot to say about him, and I heard comments about he didn't like him, and I saw interviews and body um, posture when they were sitting next to each other, and he was doggone Shedeur that boy. He was like he wasn't even sitting there. He said, "Oh, he had a great game." Well, all our linebackers had a good game. Well, he never said he a dog, he a first round. As much as he liked to sell people, he never sold Hill Green a day in his life. And that's a fact. He should do it, that boy. What we call it when you just do people where you act like you talking about him, but you talking in third person because you don't want to give him no credit. They call that a Shedeur. A Shedeur. He should do it, that boy. So I'm surprised he leave. And why would they push him out? He performed. They didn't like him. Somebody didn't like him. They didn't like too many linebackers. There's dogs. JSU coaches. Oh, I hate to hear that. Appreciate the super chat here. Coach Prime still be trying to play walk-ons at that root player. Meanwhile, you gave the money to the players that need to be on walk-on. Coach, he said, Coach looked horrible. Oh, it clearly this clearly not just in number, the team, because even that first year they lost a whole bunch of games. I blame the refs, really, a lot of them. They lost a whole bunch of close games. They only got blew out against Oregon, who was a good team, and Washington State. It was no excuse. They just went down there and laid down. But outside of that, all their games was close. This year, how many blowouts they don't have? They don't have. What game was a blowout? Houston was a blowout. TCU was a blowout. Utah was a blowout. Arizona was a blowout. This game, they don't have at least 5 blowouts out of the how many games they don't play? 11. They won 3, so that's 8. And 3 close games? Well, most of them was in the beginning. Georgia Tech was close, ironically enough. They even played a close game at some point with Houston, but they played close games. They played close games in the beginning for the most part, to the point I can barely even remember. But even the games that they blew out, they just let them blow them out. They play close and then get like third quarter and fourth quarter and let them blow them out. That is weird. Weird. And all of them are night games, right? The blowouts. Any daytime blowouts? Anybody help me? Anybody, any daytime blow? What's this cute? I'm just pointing out what's going on. It's just reality. It's just a analysis. Didn't want to pull the trigger. Open. I know they dropped passes, but he needs to be better. I say he didn't play like himself, man. The boy didn't get to this point in his career. Yeah, he had left a year and a half early, but he didn't play like that at Carrollton. You know what I'm saying? People get to Colorado and get weird. We get weird. Like Breedlove out there looking like a world beat. He come up, hit him and slamming him, and he getting toasted every time they threw the ball. He was getting toasted like Vickers getting toasted. That's how Breedlove, that same number, I think. They're just getting toasted. They just toasted him. They call him barbecue Breedlove. Like how Yates even playing better than Breedlove played. Breedlove supposed to been so fast and this and that. Breedlove wasn't physical. He wasn't nothing. Now you go out there to Arizona State, Breedlove. Look at Tyson, the receiver. All these boys, Mayer or whatever his name, tight end. All these boys out there, they looking their part. They got to Colorado, and it's like they lost their freaking heads. They didn't know where they were. Like, where am I? Was they high? Is it too much weed in the air? Is the elevation? Their brain cells go down? Like, it's weird. But something's going on. Y'all gonna keep doggone. I ain't gonna keep saying it. But I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, Juju was like he was like had anxiety or something. Like he was not himself. He was doing this and he didn't know he was gonna run or throw. Like Juju used to be a guy sitting in the pocket. He was electric sliding. He electric sliding out there. Like what is going on? They don't clone Juju out there. I know he don't look like that. They never look like that in his life. when he called the 30-second timeout with 15 seconds left in the game. I don't know. I don't remember that. Maybe I was already in my mind. I had floated away from the game. Cause to stay up all night again, all night. I'm thinking, okay, I heard 6 o'clock. I'm thinking it was 6 o'clock Eastern. Nah, 8. Man, I'm stayed up doggone 11 at 11:30. Man, I should have been born too. Tired of these fools giving these guys these. I say you need to get up out of there. Abort, abort, abort. But nobody ain't gonna want you because now your value, your stock is way down. They can pay you worth nothing. You should have got up out. That way, everybody. You want about everybody in this corporate world like oh what left for Ole Miss to go to LSU. You gotta leave when you hot because you sure can't leave when you cold. You can't wait till too late to leave. You wonder why people leave. You know what? You should be a senior high school right now. Yeah, but he ain't never played like that, man. That football, quarterback. He ain't never played like that. A lot of you forgot Benson. You say you got Hood, Hood and Gil Green. Don't forget about Benson. Good to see you all. Hey, I'm on. But like I said, we got it's catch 22. We got a great day. They spoiled it last night, but I surely don't think Shedeur can go out there and stink it up like that. That would not be good. We got to get that hootie doody off of him. He can't have it on him in Colorado. Yeah, they gave up, man, because they were playing good when they wanted to. He was shutting that mess down. It was almost like too good to be true. Like, come on, Arizona State wasn't playing worth a crap. Sims wasn't playing worth a crap. He's not even a good quarterback. He gave you how many turnovers? Like, and you not scoring. It sounded a lot like Georgia Tech. Oh, they got all these turnovers. They're not scoring. You just waited until they start whooping you. That's how a loser do. You don't want to win. You're like, hold up. You let me win? Hold up. Oh, let me help you. Here. You trying to give it to me. They giving you the game, and instead of you scoring, like even when they kicked the field goal, Colorado from that score, they waited till they got it again, then they kicked the field goal. It's like they was in shock. Like, y'all, oh, there was another chance to win another ranked opponent. You had your chance to give you another garbage 25, ranked 25 win. Arizona State was not good as I thought they were. But really none of them are. BYU is not as good as I thought they were. Yet they like ranked number 7 in the country. Sorry, Colorado could have beat you to BYU. Think about that. Just going off a record. BYU is not good. We watched Colorado go toe to toe. As far as Colorado has been playing, they could have beat BYU. And yet BYU ranked number 7 in the country. Georgia Tech, they finally showing. I told y'all Georgia Tech wasn't who y'all thought they were. Georgia Tech just got their second loss. I knew Pittsburgh would be a team that can get them because they ain't played nobody else really. And they went that far. All they had to do was beat Pittsburgh, and they would have been in the AFC Championship because they ain't played nobody in the championship in the conference. It's really a hint on nothing. And here we go. They lost, but they only lost 2 games. They not even that good. None of these folk really that good. Nobody. Let's be real. These people not really. I mean, like Georgia look like they're them kind of teams like they play on a different level. They hit, they're aggressive, they play faster. They'll run up the score on it. But look at Syracuse sit up there and let Notre Dame beat them 7-0 like they out New Mexico Creek University or somebody. People just let people just beat them just because they just choose not to show up. That's what it look like. It's weird how these guys showing up to play. They had the best coaching staff minus O-line. Possibly. Their defense couldn't tackle either, man. The defense could not tackle. They did not tackle well. Last year, they was better than the year before. That was their best year because of Hill Green and block bully, compensating for the ability to not run up the middle like they did the year before and this year. Hill Green that come in, pop. You had Travis Hunter in coverage, so you at least had one side of the bill locked down. It made DJ McKinnon look good because, how much can you pick on one man, and then you still he played decent enough not to have to be the guy. Because you mess around and throw it to Travis, he's going to find a way to get an interception. You still had Silman Craig. So that defense is kind of, it was exposed clearly in Kansas and stuff like that, but the average team wasn't going to do nothing with him because Shedeur going to outscore him. Shedeur wasn't scoring on 20 points a game. The only time he did that is when they lost, like Nebraska, BYU, Kansas. But that just wasn't a regular occurrence. And all they did was load up the box like they're going to try to do today. That's why I want to see what he's going to do. They said, oh, they'd be fired. Leaving. You could hear in his presser. He now won his red shirt. If he don't play K-State, he's out. Wow. See, I told you I ain't even listen to it. Put Salter back in. If Salter go back in, or Staub go in, you already know. Juju can't afford to let his legacy go down like that. He said, I gotta breed this Colorado out and became a different man. I can't go out like that. I didn't I didn't hear it, but I didn't go back and hear it. I told y'all, man, unless y'all gonna build around him, why would he jeopardize his career and stay here and everybody else jumping in the portal? Why would Jordan Seaton over there like Shedeur ain't here? These people came for Shedeur and stuff. It's Juju leaving. A lot of them folks leaving. Gibson, all them folks leaving. It's gonna be a major surprise, man. I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah. Don't scheme up nothing. Let them just scheme. I mean, a special team coach out there, he just getting a check. Everybody can run a fake on you anytime they feel like it. They couldn't even run these kind of fakes on us in Little League. You know, it's like, yeah, like I have never seen people just do what they want to you. Like y'all ain't just y'all that dumb. You ain't paying attention. Like your job, everybody looking in the backfield, you got accountable for the fool come out the backfield. Somebody accountable for that. He come out the line. Everybody shouldn't be on the line. Somebody should be sitting back like a freaking linebacker, but the linebackers don't even do their job. So what do you say? What do you expect a linebacker to do on the punt team? Everybody standing on the line, dummies, just let them run out the line. Somebody's getting a check. Wait around and start talking to ASU head coach after the game. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, that'll be ugly because ASU do get all of the Sims gone, and you do know that ASU gets all of the Colorado transfers. McCaskill went there, he was benched. Tyson went there, Mayers went there, Breedlove went there. They all go together. So shoot, I wouldn't be surprised is Arizona State get 2 or 3 the players, and then let Juju come and torch them next year. Oh Lord, that would be ugly. Hopefully they'll play Arizona State next year. He go to oh no. I told Cole Prime he better leave. You better take him with him before it get ugly. He done. He lose these recruits. Why would he hang around? They ain't finna win if he loses recruits, and they ain't finna keep him if he loses mojo. And then the haters gonna have to feel that. Yeah, heart is in it. Man, I don't know if he got to do his heart. He coached the same, man. The coaching lack of teaching development problem. And Coach Mo had those youngsters in petition. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, this not looking good for photo. Coach Mo, you thought you were getting something better. Now everybody hurt. You got 20 people on the hurt list every game. How does that happen? Line ain't pushing nobody off the ball. Yeah, he ain't have coaches who's been coaching. Yeah, I guess, man. I guess. Is it abort mission? Abort. Oh, you funny. Oh man, he recruited him for a minute. That's why. Yeah, he recruiting him now too. That's why. Because they gonna need a quarterback next year, and Juju gonna lead and be there in January. Y'all keep playing with him. Them doggone Devils. Don't be going down with no Devils. Yeah. Stop running. He ain't stopped nothing. He ain't stopped Raffy. He can't stop nobody. He ain't stopped the running quarterback. He ain't stopped the running back. He ain't stopped the running tight end. Anybody running, he ain't stopping them. You can hand the ball off to a lineman, he ain't stopping them. What they do last year, they converted a freaking DB into a running back. All the running backs hurt, and you ain't even stop him. He done ran 2 touchdowns. He just came off the defense and said, I'm just go get me some touchdowns. Man, no, Hines was coaching over there. Yeah, Hines Ward been there for at least a year or 2. Yeah, Hines Ward was a receiver coach. Hines Ward gonna mess around, have him a starting job, coaching job somewhere. They got a bit of history. Oh, they got a history, all right. Even sitting more on Drumline. I'm thinking about Drumline when Nick Cannon go there with the Morris Brown coaching Morris band. Like, you want to be in a real band? Come on over here. And then he got mad and he went over there to Morris Brown. He like, you still got that scholarship? That's what Juju say. You still got that scholarship? Oh, y'all funny. Y'all quit. See, that's what you gotta do. You get whooped so bad, it just become funny. It's just all jokes. What, you gonna cry? Call NFL contact to see if their offering is still on the table. Cause I'm done. I'm done. Y'all still need me. Y'all still need me. The Bengals ain't playing good. Y'all still Ron Coleman. Yeah, but he got in there and just coughed it up. Here you go. Ugh. Hey, nobody even touch you. That's how Marion caught that ball with his lap. Lap caught the ball. Like, but it was some weird stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Literally watched the game last night. Kept getting turned on and not putting on and turned it off. Oh, yeah, it was late enough. It was late enough. I'm still feeling a little woozy. Everybody getting fired. You get fired. You get fired. Pat 12. If Livingston Sherman knew how to coach, see you would at least be in the bowl game. Man, they got more issues than who knowing how to coach. They don't even know how to show the boy how to tackle. They ain't got nothing to do with play calling. You don't even know the fundamentals of how to run your routes and not running into each other and getting depth and separation and all these different stuff going on. Got a pro box that one last night. Okay, congratulations, Cleveland. I'm glad y'all got something going, man. Hopefully, I'll get something going today. Yeah, D-Lou. D-Lou, I guess we're going to blame it on not having D-Lou. And Dancy, and all them people. These players now see that every team they play wants to beat the brakes off now. Well, they ain't have to do much. You got there and lay down and just let them run through the hole like it's a walkthrough. Like y'all at practice tagging off. That would look like. There's nobody over there. Linebackers running to the outside ain't coming. I ain't never seen a dummy put the linebackers on the edge every play and nobody in the middle. And they just running up the middle. Why are you got edge rushers? Why is your linebackers coming off the edge or running to the edge? Why is number 40 keep coming off the edge? How is he always on the edge? On every play, he come off the edge. And they run straight up the freaking middle right past him. And then you watch Hughes come and run to the wrong hole every time. If you run to B, he's going to the C. He's going to the C, he's going to the B. You run to the wrong hole. How is that possible? I don't know. You run to the blocker and not the ball. You run to engage a blocker and then reach for the ball. You didn't have to go there, fool. You in the wrong hole. You went to the hole. That's why it's wide open because nobody over there. He ain't running to a lineman. That's where you supposed to be. You ran to where the lineman at instead of the hole. Time and time again. Unreal. Players not see. Yeah, they see. Rick George is like, I'm glad I'm gone. Yeah, McCaskill was there last year. He left. Man, please, we ain't gonna blame no cancer, man. We not blaming no cancer, man. This team had these symptoms for a long time. They just was covered up last year. Change the leg handoff, then adjusted. Man, I'm not gonna get no excuse. He lost his ability to go back to college football. Well, he can't go back to that, man. I mean, people gonna use him because he got pull, but you know, when you go and lose and you go out losing, now people are looking at you and talking you funny. They're gonna be bringing that up. So he don't want to go out at the bottom. He don't want to go out at the bottom, and I mean, he don't want to do college. He go back to NFL, but shoot, he don't about fell out with NFL. Unless he got to go back and kiss the ring. He don't have the respect for the NFL no more. Come to grab a check and get beat with a smile on their face. Smile on your face. Hughes can't even go to Albany State. You hear me? He can't even play at Albany State. He can't even do Division II. I don't know. He left Jacksonville State. He should have stayed on there, man. I guess what I saw at FIU, I saw Chainsaw make a fumble recovery. He down there, old Chainsaw, and went back to his old coach down there at FIU. Why haven't Sean Myers been starting? He been starting for the last few games, but he better. He playing better, but he still all they do is blitzing from the outside. He ain't playing no linebacker. He ain't scraping down the line. You know, he been playing all year. It's been him and doggone Jeremiah Brown out there. Jeremiah Brown all of a sudden hurt. I don't know when these boys be getting hurt. They get hurt at practice. What they getting hurt at? Because I don't remember him getting hurt last game. And Bayard came out. Somebody said, "Oh, there go the game." It seemed like it because once Bayard came out, defense just went to whoop. Day one. And he already said that. He told that whole story about how what's called say he got locked up, man. Hart said he got locked up, and that's my boy. I told him to get my phone so my girl don't get it. He more worried about the phone getting locked up, and Coach Prime went and got the phone out the car. Yeah, that man, they worry about that kind of stuff, man. They want no football. Football secondary. He was Deion said relationships are first. He got the relationship. Yeah. They getting paid. Marshall Falk supposed to be getting paid too. It's not a serious team. Goes fine. Can't. Yeah, it's definitely not a team or series. Yeah, it's definitely not. It didn't look like football. I'm telling you that now. Football don't look like that. You can turn on any game, but it don't look like that. I don't know what that was. He didn't know how to play calls. He was calling his own plays. Um, call his own plays when and Lily. I don't know if he calling his own plays with Schumer. Ponder, I tell you that. Come on, I said Ponder should have been transferred. He know he wasn't finna play. He know he wasn't finna play before Staub. Then they brought in two other quarterbacks. Ponder should have been gone in. But that pride, like Staub got. Ponder should, y'all bringing in Juju and y'all bringing in Salter and Staub here? I must really believe I'm son. Ponder should have converted to a tight end. He a bit tall, something. He should have converted, man. These boys need to convert. They're not going to be no quarterbacks. Big and athletic, maybe, but be good tight end. In the other bit program, he would have been. They wouldn't play. I mean, you're not going to be no quarterback. Hey, Rudy had to get in there, man. El Rudo. Let me see what I got here. I got a star. DBs are trash. Linebackers are not on point. Offensive line is not blocking. After a while, and then see the line was blocking decent. Juju was he was real tipsy. Harden did a decent job over that left tackle, especially in the beginning of the game. Does the silliest moves on game day. Each player that leads start ball immediately. Yeah, Hard should have been playing, man. Hard, they can't figure out what they want to use Hard, but Hard is a baller on both sides of the ball. Just let him play, man. He made plays on special teams. Hard is a very good receiver. Yeah, he's talking about putting Coleman in the backfield. Hard showed you in the spring game the speed, and I said last season why you ain't using Hard. They ain't even use him this year. He's very smart, fast, but he don't get a lot of consistent reps. Is committed to next year, regardless of what happens. Yeah, he got to. He can't. I don't know. He can go nowhere at this point. Not with this season. What he says. At least that's what he says this week. Must got the job. Certain. I don't know if it's a rumor or not. It seemed like it. Much fault saying like, I can't wait to get up out of here. At this point, just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what I ain't seen that people that they want to go there with him. I don't know. What is really? Yeah, he went and coughed that thing up at the wrong time. They had just got a turnover in the red zone. Here you go. Like that, it's just really you don't see that. I don't know, good football team. You don't see this kind of lack of. You seen with Pittsburgh, how they beat the mess out of Georgia Tech. Every time Georgia Tech turned that ball over, they did what Colorado didn't do. They scored right away with a freshman quarterback that's only played 5 games, true freshman. And you watch Well, I think it's a true freshman, but you watch Colorado not convert at Georgia Tech game. You watch them last night, almost at the end of the season, not convert on turnovers. You can't win not converting on turnovers. That's a joke. Somebody keep giving you turnovers and you keep not scoring. Like, who does that? They give him field position, everything. Like, it's crazy. He loves the lifestyle. Hey, yeah, I thought you'd be smart enough to do positionless defense and like, you know, pull them and so they won't know who coming. No, you just let everybody run up in the hole and nobody get no pressure. Then you hand the ball off, then run right past them. They was showing blitz before snap, then drop the coverage right. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Drop into coverage. Unlike what Colorado's doing, like I just said. They line everybody up on the line, nobody dropping the coverage. Hodge last year, man. Hodge supposed to been gone. Hodge, he said Hodge might need to transfer. Yeah. He need to go to Hodge need to go to Arizona State. Oh, y'all crack me up. Hodge need to go to Colorado, Arizona State, and then come back and blitz their butt like Breed love. Oh, y'all funny. Y'all funny. You will make significant changes early as December. He ain't got no choice at this point, man. That thing finna unravel, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They finna unravel, man. Immediately. What? Yeah. He's been saying that, but he ain't got no choice. How you drop the ball and don't get touched. Now, how do you fall, trip over yourself, throw the ball up in the air without getting touched? Yeah, I saw that Marion did a block, but Marion's so hot and cold. Coaching just throwing the team like that. It looked like they ain't practiced, didn't it? That's why I kept saying. I said, it looked like they just showed up. I caught up, man. Let's get to this doggone Shedeur. How are we going to end? Because Lord knows we've been waiting a long time for Shedeur. Hopefully Shedeur ain't got that Colorado spirit. Cleveland got it. But one thing Cleveland got that Colorado ain't never had. Let's be real. One thing Colorado ain't never had is a defense. Yeah, they beat them. They beat them that first year. It was like almost about to go in overtime. Shedeur did the thing. That was after they lost to Oregon. And that was before Stanford. That's when Colorado was really only a couple games away from being bowl eligible, and they found a way to lose every week, and the referees was helping out. That year, he supposed to have been bowl eligible that first year. That had a big impact on his legacy. He still want to play. You need to go play. Look, Shedeur is out there. Finally got his opportunity. Set up or not, y'all. Who think it's a setup? Set up or not? I don't know how he end up out there. Some people say he's gonna be out here at this point. Everybody guessing like Vegas style gambling. Shedeur is finally out there, and here we go. Within the next hour and some change, we gonna get to see what Shedeur do. We don't see what Prime did. We don't see what Colorado did. Do we have a glimmer of hope, of positivity for this weekend? I ain't have no hope for Colorado because I don't know what kind of team gonna show up. They came out there strong. Defense playing good. Offense ain't do crap the whole game. Juju was fidgety. The line wasn't that bad. The freaks come out at night. Shedeur is going to Vegas, his favorite place. I think Shedeur is juiced up, ready to make plays. This is what I predict. Shedeur is a different type of dude, man. That's why Colorado was winning with him. Everybody dogged him out, daddy ball, all that foolishness. Shedeur carried that team. They should have. Everybody say, yeah, you should have would. You should have lost to Colorado State, maybe. You should have lost Nebraska, maybe. But you had Shedeur. Shedeur covered up a lot of weaknesses his first year and the second year because he was able to escape tackles and make throws and actually had a quarterback that now you see what it look like when you don't have one who can keep you in the game and bring you back in games. He didn't succeed at all of them, but the threat was surely there. If you block for Shedeur, he gonna toast your behind. So all Cleveland got to do, I don't know if the tackles came back, ain't looked all that. All Cleveland got to do is block for Shedeur. Judy gonna be ready to play. He got a lot of good tight ends. He got a running game that he never had. And that boy don't need a whole lot of running. That boy run the mess out that ball, Junkins. Good eyes, good patience, good feet, and it works well for what they doing. Shedeur got something he never had before. The line ain't got to be great. He used to that. He got a run game that can offset what he doing. He got some tight ends, and he got some playmakers. He don't need 25 guys. That was wrong with Colorado. They got 25 guys. They all hit the portal because they ain't playing. Judy can go make plays, and that boy Cage, whatever his name, all them other boys, he got some guys that can make plays. He got the tools he need. All they need to do is block. And all he need to do is have time, know how to get these audibles together, know how to go through, you know, pick up some of these hot routes and not the guys have running downfield like the El Dodo. While you see the blitz coming right there, that's your guy. You need to be one looking. You know he gone. You need to, so they just get on the same page. You know, running down the field and get hit up beside the back of the head because he's waiting for you to turn around. 3 receivers running up that straight, and the guy coming blitzing right at him. The guy coming up the middle. What do? Well, you running backwards. Well, you need to run forward into the sack. Okay. They block for this man and have a clue this week on, because you ain't got to world beat the defense. It ain't no doggone Ravens. Because nobody want to give credit to the Ravens being one of the better defenses they gonna play all year. They've been that every year. The offense may have had some slow times because Lamar Jackson was hurt and he just coming back. But that defense is a defense. Just like Cleveland defense is a defense. Okay. They be stupid. I mean, I wouldn't be saying. I don't think they're gonna go and block the ball. I think they want to play. Now, does the coaches want to win or the program? I don't know. Say such losers, and they always worry about draft picks, even if they get them anyway. Maybe they want to go out there and bust the season. I don't know, but I don't think these players want to lose. Cause guess what? Now they ego involved. I don't think Miles wants to lose because they put all that effort in. Defense playing good. They don't want to keep losing. They want to have something to show for it. The eyeballs is on them today. Regardless of their record, that's what the prime time factor brings. The lights. They're a losing team with a losing city, with a losing program. Yet everybody in the world want to see, not this country, in the world want to see this game. Now, I don't know why they put him right next to the Cowboys and even Jacksonville Jaguars. Shout out to Cam Craig. I heard he got bumped up this week. Everybody bumping up. Everybody needs to go down to Jacksonville, look like to me. Because I saw a clip the other day, not on BJ Green knocked the mess out of somebody. It looked like it was AI. It was so loud. He hit the mess. I don't know who that. Anybody see that? Like a week or two ago. BJ Green came out the edge so hard on somebody. He took his whole life anger out on him. Boom! Say, golly. How he on the bench? I mean, he can't go back to the bench in like that. Silver Craig moving up. Travis would have been there. We would have had 3 Colorado Buffaloes from one team playing on one team if it weren't for Travis being hurt. On the active roster. Ain't too many teams can say they got that going on. And see, these was doggone, I won't say walk-ons, free agents. You see? And they making the team because they shouldn't have been free agents. Ain't too many free agents is coming up like that, all from Colorado at the same time. BJ Green nothing to play with. And we know Silver Craig is smart and he a hard worker. It is not as pride. Cole Prime said you're going to give him a shot and he going to work his way up. He going to make plays on special teams and he got it on defense. He going to make plays. He got that honey badger in him. Don't forget that. He put a little more weight on. Him and Bayer, them little honey badgers. Silver Craig going to make plays. He move up not doing it. Trust that. So, that game is at 4 o'clock. I said, how in the world they put all these freaking games all of a sudden at 4 o'clock? That's the setup. Because they should at least play it at 1. Like, they moved the Cowboys game to 4 from what I hear. I thought they was at 1. They know that was this week. Because they know, that's the Cowboys versus Chiefs, I believe. It's going to rival. But we're going to watch Shedeur. Yeah, good. Yeah. All them boys on the same defense last year. So it just tells you. We saw that when they were trying to rank Colorado. All these guys, first and second team All-American, even third team All-American on this defense. And y'all say Colorado ain't going to be good? That's dumb. Even the doggone conference is acknowledging on both sides of the ball. You had about, I don't even know, because someone played both sides of the ball. You had at least 7 or 8 all-conference players on Colorado team last year and a few All-Americans. and you watching Jimmy got moved up. You watch LeJounte on the roster, Shedeur on the roster. Now you got Hill Green and you got Silver Craig and Travis. I mean, that's 7 guys, ain't it? But they want to dumb you down. See, that's why you can't listen, folks. They playing with your head. Meanwhile, they messing with history. Cause now you look back on it and you say, why this team ain't what it was? Coach Prime telling you this is a better team. Man, you got 7 guys in the NFL right now, and they ain't including Weaver from the year before. That's on the active roster right now. And you want that? What did happen to the defense? And this, you can't tell me Brock Bullet couldn't have made somebody roster. I mean, he whooped all them guys that you seen in draft. He whooped them. He gave them living hell on that defensive line. So he could easily be playing. He's not injured. Maybe he get a shot one day. I don't know. Block Bully, he could go somewhere, but that's that crap, man. When it rolled back, it rolled back. So it's not the Chiefs. Well, I don't know who Cowboys playing. Somebody told me the Chiefs. We get players like we had last year. The thing about it though, different recruiters, man. You lost the coaches that were helping you recruit, the Danzies. You lost. What's my guy name from FAM? You always forget, Big Boy. He was a recruiting guru. A lot of them IMG guys, a lot of them guys came through him. Then he left. So we can't even say that their recruiting gonna be kept up because a lot of the guys that came, he ended up leaving. He recruited them. A lot of the guys that recruited those guys that we seen last year are no longer on the staff. So now we got to look and see who the new guys on the staff. Can Pico recruit? Can Marshall Faulk recruit? He gone, right? It's a Devin. Was it Repris? He gone. He was known as a big time recruiter specifically for high school players. So all them good high school guys you got, he had something to do with that. So who you got that's left who's the recruiter? Who you got left? Depth wise, how? I mean, that sound good. All the injuries, but you had somebody to replace them with, but what's the same quality? If so, that means your first quality was not good because they as good as your second and third people on the depth chart. It's not necessarily a positive thing, right? So it's like Yates you got depth, but is Yates as good as McKinney? Probably, I don't know. I don't even think these guys bad. It got to be Colorado. Like I'm watching how what's the boy name? Okay, RJ Johnson never came back. We watching these guys at the end play corner. They didn't play that bad. So you can say depth there. I don't know. I don't know who Corey Phillips bringing. Receivers, I don't know. I know that the more you lose and look like you just did, these boys ain't want to come play with you. They had some buzz to come because there was some hope. The hope that didn't turn out well. The hope that we're gonna be better than last year. That's what brought guys that Juju gonna be there. Now Juju playing like that. You lose all of that. Now it's like, what's the hook? Shedeur was the hook. Travis was the hook. Those was the guys wanted to play with them. Who do they want to come play with now? Because you can take, hey, we had a losing record, but Shedeur here. Travis Hunter's a future Heisman. You had the ability to say that. What do you say now? Who do you leverage now? That's what I want to know. Who do you use as bait now? Come play with who? Because I'm telling you, in a few weeks, you're going to know even the guys you think coming back coming. Because they already got a tendency to be selfish. They already got a tendency to say, oh, I can get paid more. Oh, I can go somewhere and be a playoff contender versus stand for this experiment. I can go on over here. They want me over here in the SEC in a bit in school to go to playoff every year. And I may not be the man. I'm going to be one of the men. But I'm going to get more money. And they're going to respect the competition better. And we're going to be in the playoff and the conference championship race every year. I don't know what this is going to be. I came over here with hopes and dreams, but now my hopes ain't too high. But now they finna rebuild this team. I don't know what they finna get out of this portal. The portal's shorter and weirder. So you might go to the point where you might start looking at it like, I might as well leave because I love you and all, Coach Prime, but I don't know. I can't risk my career on you gambling out this portal and we go get beat and beat 3 and 9 again. I can't risk that, and you can't either. The new AD gonna say, holla at you. You don't have 3 out of 4 bad seasons. Your boy ain't here to cover you. Yeah. I didn't put that in this. Oh, okay. So I told y'all to look at the banner in the Y'all need to look at this at the bottom. I told y'all join the Facebook group. I got a group that's on Facebook. It was not doing that. Next you know, it was thousands of people in the group. I don't know what happened. I thought it was somebody else's group. And I got another group called Colorado Buffs NFL Takeover. That's what the doggone. That's where you got to go to see it. I usually put all the stuff they did post, unless it got something to do with both. If it's post CU, I made a separate group for all the stuff they're doing in the NFL. So I probably more likely if I post it, it's in the Colorado Buffs NFL Takeover. You need to look at that scrolling at the bottom. I need to join both of those groups. I don't really put. I don't want to put a lot of stuff that's related to what Shedeur doing in the Cleveland Browns, and even though other people doing it, and I've been telling them put that in the other group because what they're doing in the pros, it's a separate group. It ain't got to do with what's going on in Colorado. But I do see people posting in there. They posting more than me. And that group almost 3,000 people. It did it overnight because I had that group over a year ago, and I wasn't pushing it like I on here and stuff like that. And it did like the Colorado Buffs group. It was like 4 people. And I'm like, I just left it alone. I just kept dropping stuff in there. Next thing you know, I looked in and I was like, I don't double check. Like, who group is this? I thought this was my group. It is my group. It don't jump up to throwing at 2,000. I don't know when and how it happened. I wasn't paying. I wasn't getting no notification. It just jumped. So I would hope my CU Buffs, what is it? Colorado Buffs NFL Takeover group do the same thing because I did the same thing. I just dumping it and forgetting it, dumping it. And I still see like 4 people. And I'm like, how is it possible when I'm telling them in my other group to join it and they got like 2,000 people? So yeah, it's in Facebook. Y'all in there, go ahead and look it up. The title scrolling at the bottom. Am I going? I doubt it. I mean, if I go to a game, I mean, they got to come to Atlanta. They got to go to Georgia Tech game. They got to come to Georgia Tech next year. I saw that in the last few years that was the plan. They go there and then they come back here. Everybody and mama gonna go there, but Colorado just don't have the buzz they used to. The buzz is big for Coach Prime. He's a marketer. People want to see him, but they want to see good football too. And if Juju the quarterback, that help out too with that game because he's not from Atlanta. He's like from the Carrollton is like almost an hour outside of Atlanta, 45 minutes. So it's like outskirts of Atlanta, but it's considered Atlanta. They play people in Atlanta. A lot of people watch them grow up playing little league football, and they would come to that game. That's the only benefit of him coming back, and I don't know what kind of recruiting. I don't trust it, y'all. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't trust the recruiting at this point. It got to be proven because they ain't really had no good recruiting outside of what you was able to do with Shedeur being there. You don't have that, and so the only thing you really have is a Juju. If somebody like Jordan C hit the portal, it'd be harmful. Not that you can't recruit nobody, but it shows that the belief is not there to build. If Juju hit the portal, it shows that the belief to build is gone, and that's not a good thing going forward for Coach Prime. You can say forget them all you want. That's you building on that. So I don't know, but I do tell y'all this. I told y'all before. I'm actually a state director for a showcase, and somebody reached out to me, and I'm the state showcase director. I'm gonna start off Metro Atlanta. We're gonna be doing showcases for high school players in the Metro Atlanta area and throughout the state next year. So one of the things that I'm looking to do is give back in that way to help these kids get these scholarships. And they just going all over these NIL and all that and the portal. Like we seen with Coach Prime, they said we'd rather deal with, a guy in the portal than high school guys. So it's like, what is the high school guys? That was the question. Where do they go? Do they go somewhere to have a chance to enter the portal later? So the recruiting is different. It's just different. Like who wants the high school player? How does the high school player get exposure? Budgets are short. They can't go to everybody. Somebody falling through the cracks. So we help these guys get exposure and help them get to the coaches. There's a lot of programs. Everybody ain't going to Colorado. Everybody ain't going to Division One. It's programs galore out there. And one thing I noticed, it's not a lot of kids participating as it used to be. It used to be a lot of kids who football, everybody played football, all the band was bigger. Now it's like money and whatever. People not as involved. So I want a long-term effect of even teams having quality number of people to fill these scholarships. If the football program is going to get shut down, I don't know, because it's not as many kids to pull from, and there's more football programs than when I was. This team that my second college went to didn't even have a football program when I was there. A few years later, they had it. And they Division One, they don't work. It's way all the way up to being FBS. They went from like the club to the FCS, the FBS, like that. There's more teams with football programs. The FIU, now they all these were no big names. They Division One programs, and they gotta have people. So we're gonna help out these kids get exposure. Even some of these people hit the portal, because once you hit that portal, what you got? What you got? Your old tape, because you ain't got nothing at your old school. So it's a lot going on. The mission has started. We'll have more information for that. But that's this, I'm great set all day with that too. I can talk that talk. I don't live that. If your butt go to the wrong school, or you ain't got the right connections, or the coach with the right connections, not only will you not go to where you think you want to go, but you can mess around and not go nowhere. And that's before the portal. You can mess around and not go nowhere. And you think you're going somewhere. You can be a starter and this and that. You think it's going to be all right. You're going to look up and you're going to be nowhere. You might have to walk on. And not because you're not good or that you could have not went somewhere and played. It's just you got to know the game. These boys got to know the game they playing. Not just the sport they playing, their position. I hope you know that. But when it comes to this recruiting, you better know the game. Them coaches better know the game. Coach Prime them finna get to know the game. For real, for real. Because they're going to have to go find some players in a very short period of time. And they're going to have to find quality players at one. And two, they're going to have to see how quick they can adjust. Because once again, you got the chemistry talk. They got to get to learn the program. They got to get to learn each other. You keep putting yourself through this every year where all your major players are new. All your offensive line new. All your defense new. You're not building on that. That's tough. That's tough on anybody. So it's about to get really interesting. And hopefully it doesn't get really negative. But it could. Just like this season, it could. And we can't act like it can't. Oh, that's not possible. It can get really bad fast. Especially if certain people go to jumping in that portal. And you create a wave. And a lack of hope. And a certain lack of respect and for the program starts to perpetuate through it. When people stop seeing, oh, that was just a bad season, they start seeing the coaching as the bad. I don't really want to go there because I don't think y'all any good as a program. It's not gonna be pretty. And I'm starting to feel that may be the case for you start seeing people start to decommit and stuff like, yeah, that happened to everybody, but like the timing of it. So I going over to this team who's going to playoff every year. They choosing between you. Yeah, I already was choosing between you and them. They already was choosing between you and a big school. Why would they go to you? Well, they got the lights and the camera and action and Shedeur there. You ain't got that no more. You don't got the money. You don't have this. You don't have that. So what do you do when you don't have the money? You don't have the name. Like far as the program history, like Alabama, Ohio State. What do you have to leverage? It's gonna get really interesting. But I'm just Greg said, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment. Get ready for this game shortly. And I'll begin with y'all later. Y'all have a good one.